I'm Amy. Thanks for joining me for today's intermediate Pilates mat workout. This is an endurance flow, so the sets are going to be long and challenging. They're designed that way to help us find our edge and work on building endurance. So we're going to start with an ab flow, lying back on the mat, arms long by the sides, palms down, and low back pressing into the floor because abs are pulling in to hold that low back position. Let's start with some heel slides. Right leg, slide that leg out, keeping the heel heavy in the floor and pull it back in. And then the left leg out and in. Let's do 5 of these. So 4 more times. Inhale out, slide it back, pull the abs in tighter. Left leg out and in. Chest is open and relaxed. Inhale and exhale. Feel the abs working to hold the back position as the legs are moving. 2 more sets. Out and in. Through this whole ab flow, we're going to have legs moving away, and we always want to keep our low back anchored into the mat as the legs are doing that. Let's do last time. Out and in, then hands behind the head, rise up to upper ab curl. Keep going. 5 more times, heel slides. Out and in. Look at your feet. Make sure that foot is staying parallel, so it's not turning out, not turning in, not sickling in, just reaching long, sole of the foot touching an imaginary wall. Each time that leg moves out and in. Pin the low back into the floor with the abs in. Use the arms to help pull the head up. And in, out, and in. 1 more time. And out, and pull it in, and out. Pull it in. Let's go to single leg stretch from traditional mat. Fold the legs into tabletop. And now let's take the hands on the right leg and straighten the left leg out. I like outside hand on the ankle. We're going to switch for 5 sets. So switch it, 1, and switch 2. Legs reaching away from a stable core, 3, and 4. Breathing, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, 5. Fold the legs in, lower the head down. Now let's go to single leg lift. Extend the right leg straight up to the ceiling, low back flat, lower the leg down, lift the leg up for 5 times. Down and lift. Toes pointed for this variation and lift. As the leg lowers down, squeeze the back of the leg to help hold the low back still. Down and up. Last one. Lift, let's switch to left leg reaching up, tailbone grounded, lower the leg down and lift it up. 1 and 2 and 3. No tension in the neck. And 4. 1 more time. And 5. And now bend legs to tabletop. Lift up to upper ab curl. Let's take our right leg, straighten it up to the ceiling, then extend the left leg out. Hold onto the right ankle. Pull that leg in 2 times. 1, 2. Inhale, switch. Exhale, stretch. So we're doing our single leg, straight leg stretch from traditional mat or scissors. And just pull, pull, and pull, pull. Just 2 more sets. Pull, pull. Reach long through both legs. Pull, pull. Stay lifted up in the upper body. Pull, pull. And 1 more time. Fold the legs in and lower down. Let's do a double leg stretch prep. We're going to start with double leg pelvic stability. So low back is flat in the mat, head is down, so legs are squeezing together. Slide the legs away from you or push them away from you and bend them back in, keeping the low back flat. So maybe you go out just an inch or 2, or maybe you really straighten out far, but whatever you choose, make sure your low back position stays the same. So let's go out and in. 1 more time. And out and in. Now place hands on the knees in your tabletop and rise up to upper ab curl. Let's do some arms, reaching overhead and then circle around and grasp onto the knees. Inhale, reach back, circle around and grasp onto the knees, rolling up a little higher. Arms reaching, keep the height in the upper body. 2 more times, reach the arms and circle around. Last one, reach and circle. Now we're going to put both moves together. Arms reach and legs reach. Arms circle around, come back to the ball. 1 and 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back to the ball. Inhale, big shape. Exhale, small shape. Roll up high. Tailbone grounded, one more time, reach and circle and lowering down. Let's go to double straight leg lowers, taking our hands, placing them under the tailbone to help tilt the pelvis so that the low back feels even heavier in the floor. Extend the legs up. Legs can be straight or slightly bent. Choose a position that allows you to keep the back flat. And we're gonna lower our legs down on the inhale and exhale to lift them up. Same concept as the previous exercise. We're really working on keeping that low back position still as the legs move. The most important thing is our abdominal control as legs are moving to challenge the abdominal control. That's 5, down and up. Now tilt the chin down and lift the head and shoulders up to upper ab curl and do 5 more times, down and up. Again, find a range that feels good. And inhale down, exhale to lift. 3 more times, down and up. And 2. 1 more time, and lower, and lift. Fold the legs in, lower the head and shoulders down. Next, let's go into a crisscross prep. So we're gonna fold the right leg into the chest. Take hands behind the head and lift up to upper ab curl. Here's our start position. Rotate the opposite elbow towards the knee, and then untwist the body and straighten the leg out. Let's do that 4 more times. Rotate, and then untwist and reach. Rotate the ribs, but keep the hips square and still on the floor. Rotate and reach. 1 more time. Rotate and reach. Let's switch legs. Fold the other leg in, rotate towards it, and then untwist the body and reach the leg out. 1. Rotate and reach. Stay lifted up into the highest ab curl. Use your arms to help hold the head up. 4, 1 more time, and 5. Then fold both legs in. We're finishing this with crisscross. So bend one leg in and rotate towards it. Straighten the other leg out. Let's switch that for 5 sets. 1 and 2. Reach the legs long. And 3. Ground the hips and rotate the ribs. 4. And last one, 5. And 5. Fold the legs in. Lower down. That was our ab flow. Let's stretch our abs a little bit. We're gonna lie face down. First thing, let's do some heel beats, because now we're working on our back body core. So this is gonna just introduce that concept. Let's have arms down by our sides, open the chest and lift it up slightly. Tighten the legs, squeeze the booty, press the hips into the floor, and then lift the legs a little bit off the floor in a turned out position. We're ready for our heel beats. We're gonna beat our straight legs together 25 times. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach long. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Place the hands slightly forward of the shoulders. Keep the leg position active, hip bones pressing into the floor. And on the exhale, reach chest through hands. Lift up to swan position. Great stretch. And then chest through the hands to lower back down. 4 more times. Exhale to lift up. Great stretch in the abs. Length through the spine, and even more length to lower back down. Lifting up, arms straightening out. Find a hand position that works for you. The closer your hands are, the deeper this stretch is. If you slide your hands farther away from you, you could have less stretch if that feels better. Keep reaching long through both legs. 1 more time, lift up and stretch. Now this time, when we lower down, we're just gonna lower down till our low rib cage is touching the floor. Reach the chest through the hands and do a second set of heel beats here. So let's bring our arms down by the sides. We're really lifted up high in the chest. Let's do it for 25 times. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel the back body working. 8, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lowering down. Now we're going to use that same position for some swimming. Extend the arms out straight. Low rib cage grounded. And lift up opposite arm and leg. Lower down and then lift other opposite arm and leg. We're going to alternate this pattern. This swimming exercise, I think, is one of the most important and effective exercises in our traditional mat flow. Today we're keeping one set down on the floor while we lift the other one up, because we're going to use that diagonal activation through our back body in our next variation. So as you lift arm and leg, find a range that allows you to keep the work out of the low back. And let's do 2 more sets, alternating lift. And last set, and lift, and lift. Now we're gonna take our right arm and we're gonna bend it with the palm on the floor and then lift the right leg up. So here's our start position. Push up with the right hand and lift the left arm, and then right leg goes up. So we're doing a rocking motion with opposite arm leg lifted. Let's do 3 more times. Right leg, left arm. Right leg, left arm. 1 more time. Right leg, left arm. Now we're going to switch it. So we're going to bend the left arm, reach the right arm out straight, and lift the left leg up. Okay, we're ready to go. We're going to push up, right arm up, left leg. And rocking swan, variation, 3, and 4, and 1 more time, 5, and lower down, push back, stretch out. And now let's move to our side body core flow. So lying on our side, let's find a straight line from head to feet. Rest our head on our arm, top hands on the mat, stacking our hips one over the other, pull our abs in and lift the legs up a little bit. Now big scissors, top leg goes back and just hold. Move that top leg back as far as it'll go, maintaining your hip position, and we're gonna switch it for 1 and 2, rest the head on the hands, 3 and 4, reach long through the feet, and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Lower the legs down and squeeze them together, slightly forward of the body. Top leg is going to circle behind the body 5 times. 1, in, turn out, 2, and 3. Keep the hips stacked, 1 on top of the other, 4. Perfect circles, 5. Let's go the other way, 5 times around, 1. Reach it long, 2, and 3. Feel that side booty working, 4, and 5. But wait, there's more. Bend both legs. We're going to internal, external rotation. Knees are stacked, hips are stacked, heels are slightly forward of the tailbone. Open up to our clamshell start position, then rotate the thigh in, and then touch the feet together, 1 and 2. So we're rotating our femur, internal and external, keeping the hips stacked, 1 on top of the other. That's 4 and 5. Full range of motion on this one, and 6. Reach long through both sit bones, 7 and 8, 9, and 1 more time, and 10. I love this internal, external rotation. Love working the hips like that. Let's lift up. We've got an elbow side plank series. So elbow down, stack the knees, make sure they're even. Lift up to elbow side plank. Top arm, reach it forward. Top leg, reach it back. We're ready to switch for 1. 1 goes forward, 1 goes back. 2. Reach out long through the top of the head. 3, straight line, head to tail. 4 and 5. Reach long, straight line through the body. Turn your leg to parallel and lift. Lift, lift. That's 3 and 4, 10 times. 5 and 6. Reach long to lift. 7, feel the side booty. 8, 9, and 10. Lower down, lift up for a stretch. So same leg out to the side, heel slightly forward of the knee, and then once you're in that position, just slide a little bit that direction. Reach arms up, so we've got a little crease here. Interlace the fingers, stretch towards the straight leg, and then away. 1 and 2, just a little stretch, and 3, and a little side spine work. Keeping shoulders down, 4, and hips square. Sit bones reaching to the floor, and 5. Before we go to the other side lying, I've got a transition for you. We're gonna come into kneeling front plank position. So shift the hips forward, shoulders over hands, knees down, pull the abs in, and curl the toes under so you're ready. Then lift the knees up and bring them back down. Then 1 push up, down, and up. So knees lift and lower, and then 1 push up. Elbows can go wide, so knees up, down, or elbows can go narrow and push up. 2 more times, knee tap and push up. Last one, knee tap, connect through the legs, connect through the core, and push up. All right, that was our transition. We are going to the other side for some more side lying work. Start with a straight line from head to foot. Stack the hips, pull the abs in and lift the legs up, and then take the top leg, move it back, freeze for a moment, find that foundation, and then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting double time, so we're doing less. 6 and 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the legs together, slightly forward of the body. Top leg circle and turn out. Bring it behind the body. Perfect circle. 1 and 2 and 3. Reach through the top foot. 4. Feel the bottom waist slightly lifted off the mat. 5. Other way. 5 and 4. Up and around. 3 and 2 and 1. Bend both legs. Look down. Make sure knees are stacked. Heels slightly forward to the tailbone. Let's open up to our start position. Make sure hips are stacked, not rolling back or forward. Then rotate in and out. 1 and 2. Take advantage of this time to really work on this motion through the hip, internal, external, and 5 and 6, 7. Feel the booty working as you go into that turned out position. 2 more times. And last one, internal, external. Rise up for elbow side plank. Stack the knees, look down, make sure they're even, pull abs in, rise up. Reach the top arm forward, take the top leg, reach it back. Now we're going to switch it. 1. Find fluidity in this movement, reaching long from a stable core. 3 and 4. And 1 more time in 5. And then let's go a straight line, head to foot, lift, and lift that leg, and lift. That's 3 and 4 and 5. Remember, this is endurance flow. 6, 7, so we're trying to find our edge, really work on muscles. And last one, lower down. Coming up for the side stretch, so straight leg out to the side, heel slightly forward of the knee, and then slide a little bit that way to create that crease here. Arms overhead and over towards a straight leg, and then away from the straight leg for 1 and 2. Get taller with each repetition, and 3. Reach the sit bones down to help level out the hips. 4 and 1 more time, and 5 and 5. Second push-up variation for you, this time a little bit harder than the first, or do the first one again if you prefer. We're going to find our full plank position. Legs squeezing together, abs pulling in. Let's do 1 push-up in full plank, so down, up, and then knee tap, down, up. That's 1. And push up, and knee tap. That's 2. And 3, and knee tap. Push up, and knee tap. 1 more time. Push up, knee tap, both knees down. Sit back, stretch out the back a little bit, and rising up. Okay, we are on to our leg flow. This one is short and sweet, but it's hard. So first we have to establish our start position. For start position, we're going to be hovering. When you find your hover, you can hover this high. That's fine if that's working for your knees. You can hover down here, 90-90 leg. Find the position that works for you. Keep your hips square. Hold on to the hip bones here, hands on hips. Let's hold for a 5 and 4. We got vertical spine. 3, abs pulling in. 2, 1. Now we're going to go to step through. Leg steps through, and then land it back in your start position. Opposite arm leg, lift, and step through, and land it. We're just doing 5, and step through, and land it. 1 more time. Step through, land it, and hover for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Second set of step through or jump through. 1, and land it. 2, and land it. 3, 4, so choose what modification works for you, and 5, land it, turn to face the other way. Halfway through that set. Okay, so let's find our start position. Let's figure out how low we want to be. Do we want to be high? Do we want to be low? Find what's working for you today, what feels good. Choose the position that makes you like Pilates, not the position that makes you hate Pilates. So come down, hands on hips and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's step it through. Opposite arm and leg, lift, and then land it. 1 and 2. Hips are square. And 3. This is a hip hinge exercise. We're powering through the back of the legs, stabilizing with our core. 1 more time. And land it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now step through or hop through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it for our leg set. Let's stretch our thighs out to give ourselves a break. So we're gonna lie on our side. Take your top leg, hold onto your ankle, pull it back, stretch it. So squeeze the glutes, squeeze the booty, press the hips forward, pull backwards slightly so that the knee moves behind the body. If you have knee pain, try rising your knee up or lifting it up a little. That might help relieve some pain. Pressing hips forward to stretch the thigh, shoulders down. Now just turn and lie face down and keep holding on and stretching. So now we're pressing our hip bones into the floor, squeezing the booty to tuck the pelvis under and elongate the low back while we still get this great stretch. Now let's switch it. So grab onto your other ankle, press hip bones into the floor and stretch your thigh by squeezing the booty and pulling with the hand, but pressing that ankle into the hand to create some opposition. Breathe into the stretch. Now we're going to turn onto our other side and keep holding that ankle and stretch. Hip bones press forward, tuck the pelvis under, hold the stretch, stretching our thigh. And then let's turn over onto our back for a bridge modification. So to start out, let's have feet hip distance apart, arms down by the side, and a little space under the low back. Pull abs in to flatten the back, squeeze the booty, and then just articulate up to bridge. Find your high bridge for today. So pelvis lifted and tucked, rib cage drop down, roll back down, 1 vertebra at a time. To start, that's 1 and 2. Roll up, and really do find the bridge that is working for you, and that's 2. So you could roll up halfway, just a little bit. You could do a high bridge. Whatever you choose, find a range that allows you to press the feet down to activate into the hamstrings and glutes and feel your abs working, feel the low back lengthen. Let's do 1 more time. Roll up, find it, and then lower back down. Now this time when we lower down, let's take our feet together 1 fist distance apart. Then articulate back up to bridge. In this combination, bend the right leg in and lift the left arm straight up to the ceiling. Then lower them both down and do the same on the other side. So it's a marching leg and a straight arm reach. The foot and the arm that are on the mat stabilize. Press the foot down and press the arm down. So we're working the stabilization through the back body. As you switch legs, keep your hips really still. No shifting the hips. So do that by pressing the feet down, activating the booty, activating the core, and pressing with that stabilizing arm. And lift. Let's do 3 more sets here. And 3. And lift. And 2. And lift. And last one. And lift. Make sure you feel even on both sides. Then roll down to the mat and bend the legs in. Let's hold on to the back of our thighs, tilt the chin down, and slowly roll up. So we're ready for our open leg rocker. Bring your feet together, open the knees, and hold onto your ankles. And then extend one leg out, extend the other leg out, and find your balanced position. Legs can be straight or bent. Roll back to the shoulder blades, maintaining your shape, and then back up to your balanced position. 1 and 2. We're going to do 8 of these. Maintain the shape as you roll back and return. This is a C curve, head to tail. Rolling back just to the shoulder blades, so not onto your neck, not onto the back of the head. 3 more, and 3. Use a breathing, and 2, to help fluidity, and 1. And then let's rise up to standing. I've got one more leg set for you. This one is in turnout. It's important that we work turnout as well as parallel, which we did in our earlier set. So let's take a wide position. Now, we're gonna squat down and keep our spines vertical. So in this one, find a position for your leg bend where you can go really deep for you, but also keep your spine upright. If you find that you're leaning forward, try bringing your feet closer together and bend and see what's working for you to keep the spine vertical. Once you've found it, go as low as you can go. Take hands behind the head, tilt over to one side, and then round the chest towards the floor as you circle around and go to the other side stretch. I like to call this one around the world. We're gonna do 4 sets. So that's 1 and 2. We've got our knees tracking over the middle of the foot and our abs are pulling in. So as we go through this stretch, we're lifting the abs up under the rib cage and going through the spinal mobilization, maintaining our balance, which is also kind of tricky. And one more time, and complete that stretch, and then rise up. Now with hands on hips, we're gonna go low, and then we're gonna rotate and go back to our knee tap that we did earlier, pass through it, come center, and then go the other way. So this motion, go low, keep the spine vertical, work on knees tracking over the middle of the foot, and rotate. We're gonna do 3 more sets here, and if you like this pattern, stay with this pattern. You can also jump it if you wanna make things a little harder. But whatever you choose, again, choose one that makes you like this workout. And that's it. And rising up. We're gonna go down to the mat, and we're gonna end with a stretch series that works our legs kind of in a similar pattern to what we just did. But we're gonna add a stretch in since it's the last thing we're doing. So have both legs out to the side. The leg that's in front, that's folded in front, that hand goes back. Lift up and press your hips forward and stretch. Keep your chin tilting slightly towards the chest so there's not too much compression in the back of your neck. Just enjoy this fantastic stretch. Lower down. To switch sides, lift your arms up, rise up onto your knees, and go to the other side. Other hand back, lift up and stretch. Press hips forward, elongate the spine, and then lower down, lift both arms up, switch sides, and again, press into the stretch, lengthen the spine, arch back, big C curve, reverse C curve, head to tail, switch sides, lift up and stretch. Now we're gonna pick up the pace, switch, and lift and stretch, lower down and switch, lift and stretch, and lower down. One more time. So we're just increasing the tempo to bring the challenge level a little bit higher. Switch and lift and lower down. And we're done. So thank you for joining me for today's Pilates workout. I hope that this challenged you and helped you find an edge and maybe push through it, or at least feel inspired to push through it next time. So thanks for joining me, and please leave a comment or a thumbs up. It really does make a difference. I'll see you in the next workout. Bye.